evening to you and a very warm welcome to TV47 News Now. Glad that you could join us this evening to keep you updated on everything shaping your world at this hour. Let's take a look at the stories making headlines. Coming up on News Now, a GSU officer in Kisumu is killed in mysterious circumstances. His family suspects foul play.
Hapa tunachukua hili kama murder, pure murder. So tuna investigate murder from point A to Z.
National Music Festival Gala engaged Top Gear.
It makes these children busy. They are building their competencies, the 7 core competencies of competence-based curriculum. If you want to see them, you see them in this festival.
And Kenya joins the world in celebrating the International Youth Day with the theme Youth Digital Pathways for Sustainable Development.
Access to information has been a challenge, and this is a gap that we have identified and appreciated as a department.
All right, welcome once again to this live broadcast. My name is Odida, and on to top story this hour. As the world celebrates International Youth Day with the theme Youth Digital Pathways for Sustainable Development, the youth in Homa Bay County are taking action by using digital strategies to address the challenges facing the youth. Now, teenage pregnancies, gender-based violence, and the spread of HIV/AIDS, among others, have been addressed on social media as the primary victims spend a significant amount of time on social media platforms, that is allegedly.
Madam, your gender access to information has been a challenge, and this is a gap that we have identified and appreciated as a department. And I can tell you that we have started developing Homa Bay County youth development policy. Within this policy framework, we have proposed to have an information center. Okay, we'll be having an information hub where we will be disseminating information to our youth so that we can provide the right information, the requisite information to our youth wherever they are.
Right now we have a critical issue and there is lack of access of commodities like condom. Then if that thing is not there, what do you expect me to do as a young person? This thing is a method of prevention, that it's a method of prevention to prevent the teen pregnancy that is going down from 33% to 23%, because we embrace whatever we have to get a better community. So I think it's enough time to engage young people on social media.
Among these activities, this is just one of them. We will have a panel discussion with the different government departments like the Ministry of Health. One of the things that is pointed out, currently there is lack of limitation of condom within the country and the county as well. And this is one of the discussions that the Ministry of Health will be able to tell us now that the youths are in holiday, and their way they can prevent teenage pregnancies and issues of HIV.
Now, following the conclusion of the National Music Festivals yesterday, winners in various categories are now expected to participate in the 96th Gala Festival, which is scheduled to be held today and tomorrow. Speaking at Moi Girls High School, where these festivals were held, the Kenya Music Festival's Executive Secretary, that is Miss Janet Langat, praised how these presentations are educating many on traditional matters, while also highlighting the need to improve and support talented students in order for them to benefit from their talents.
It makes these children busy. They are building their competencies, the 7 core competencies of competence-based curriculum. If you want to see them, you see them in this festival. When our learners are engaged like this, they are busy doing creative things. Last time in the Kenya Music Festival, we have had an exhibition tent where we have exhibited all the traditional musical instruments. And it has really helped a lot. We have seen the change in this, and we are really asking, I wish we had started this earlier, because most of our students are now passing through that tent. They learned about the Orutu, the Obokano, the Kibugandit, all those musical instruments. They are there in that tent. And our students have learned a lot.
Now, this year's World Elephants Day was marked by the Wildlife Direct organization at the Nairobi Serena Hotel, where they aired out pressing issues that contributes to the reduction of elephants in the Amboseli ecosystem. With the super tuskers remaining at a total of 10, the organization highlighted the trophy hunting activity done in Tanzania and its dire consequences that befall the cross-border elephants.
As many of you have probably heard, and it's been in the international media, Tanzania has begun hunting in a range of the Amboseli or Greater Amboseli Kili West ecosystem, which impacts on a population of elephants that is transboundary or cross-border. This affects both countries, and it's of grave concern to us. As Kenyan citizens, we feel we cannot just remain silent. We've been expecting to hear from our leaders what they will do to protect this unique elephant population. And we set up this press conference today as a particular day when we should all point our attention to elephants, to announce that our international campaign through Avaz has reached over 500,000 signatures from countries all around the world, including Kenya and Tanzania. So this is not something that is just of concern to Kenyans or to scientists.
As Kenya continues to combat climate change, the lack of funding and new technology in the blue economy sector, youth have been urged to engage in innovation within that sector to support national efforts in addressing emerging challenges. Speaking during the launch of the 3rd Innovation and Blue Economy Conference set to take place from October 2nd to 4th in Mombasa County, the Director of Sote Hub, David Ogiga, encouraged the youth to register in large numbers to showcase their skills before both foreign and local funders. The conference will be officially opened by the Ambassador of the European Union in the country, that is Henriette Geiger. Take a look.
We'll be discussing aspect on climate. As climate change, we are aware, is a big global issue now, and also for us here. We'll be talking about access to capital. As again, we are aware funding is a big challenge for SMEs and startups. And so how can they be able to attract investment? And then thirdly, we'll be talking about technology. Where is the technology, whether in terms of renewable energy, that could be able to deploy to enable success of businesses and create more jobs.
Innovation is usually done by the youth mainly. They're the ones who are curious, they're the ones who invent, they're the ones who create. So this is our platform for them. We are asking them to register in large numbers. We'll be there to support their work, and we look forward to seeing what kind of new innovations into the industry that will emerge.
Sote Hub has been an integral part of the government being in touch with the youth, where the headspace of every innovative youngster is, and also giving them a platform through which to speak to us.
Actually, Kenya fishing industries want to encourage fishermen to go into the deep sea, and I know the deep sea is gone by the youth, and therefore we'll create more opportunities for the youth to go to the deep sea and fish there and realize returns that are more viable in the fishing industry.
Now, female freedom fighter Mekatilili Wamenza, who led the coastal people to resist the British colonial rule, has been honored in a book titled Empress of Revolt. The book author Neema Akwakweli Waraka said she hopes her new book will find favor with the Ministry of Education and have it introduced as a set book in schools. However, Neema has urged Kenyans to embrace the reading culture, as she believes that the book will assist people in remembering and emulating Mekatilili's rich legacy.
This is a book where some things have not been told, have not been written anywhere, and these are things that happened, but no one wrote it into details like this. And this story is so fascinating. My intention is that the younger generation, the students, the scholars of Kenya, to get to read this book because it encourages them a lot, and it has a lot of, it's rich in language, it's rich in culture and information.
The book comes to explain in detail the struggle for freedom, and particularly the role that Mekatilili played in fighting against colonialism. Moved away from reading. I think it is important for people to read, because reading, the reading cultures opens your minds. It's an entertainment. It inspires. And it is my hope that by reading this book, The Empress of Revolt, we will get more people who will fight for the rights of their people.
Now, the newly sworn-in cabinet secretaries have started a 2-day induction program aimed at providing them with a smooth start to their tenure in the nation's top policy-making organ. The 2-day program will help them understand the significant constitutional roles as state officers and the high expectations of the Kenyan people. Take a look.
This matter of the induction. In fact, we, after the swearing in of the new cabinet last week, we decided to ensure that we bring them to speed. First of all, to know the role of the cabinet, especially those who have not been cabinet ministers before. And secondly, to ensure that they get to know the projects that are going on, the systems of government operations, what they are expected of, and what are they supposed to do as they are taking over their offices. So this morning we had a meeting, a breakfast meeting with His Excellency the President, who gave them clear instructions and advisories on what is expected of them in terms of takeoff. We don't have a lot of time. The past cabinet had done a fantastic job to some level, and we did not want that tempo to reduce. We want even a more faster implementation of the projects, and therefore he was very clear. He told them to settle down quickly, work closely with the principal secretaries, and ensure that service delivery is ensured to the people of Kenya. Secondly, for the new cabinet secretaries, we are taking them through the induction process. First of all, to know how the doctrine of public service, the role of the cabinet, and the role of the individual cabinet secretary when they are carrying out their assignments in their respective offices. So simply put, it is just an induction for them to understand government, and even for them to meet and create a team, bond and become one team that will for sure deliver the agenda that His Excellency the President has rolled out and promised Kenyans. That is exactly what we are here for.
Now let's take a look at matters mental health. Camp Ndunda Falls, managed by the Njukiri Community Forest Association, recently hosted a marathon event deep in the forest to promote mental health, environmental conservation and community awareness. Participants tackled a number of challenges, obstacles such as sliding through hay, jumping over fire, and navigating muddy tunnels. The Rotary Club of Embu and the Elephant Neighbor Center have called for increased support from other organizations and county governments to enhance conservation and mental health initiatives. The event's success has inspired optimism for making marathon an annual occurrence.
Maji si mbali. Tuendelee. Upande hapa juu. And our aim is to raise money to actually handle mental health awareness, and we're also inviting other partners who can also join us and help us in this wonderful campaign.
Tumewaelimisha ile ownership ya msitu to make sure that msitu wa Jukili sio wa serikali bali ni wa community. Na naambianga watu mara mingi vile Mungu aliumba Adam and Eve aliwapeleka kwa shamba la Edeni na kulikuwa na miti mahali pale. Kwa hivyo miti ni kitu ya maana sana hapa kwetu Embu na hata kwa nchi yetu ya Kenya.
One is to promote mental wellness, and secondly physical fitness, and thirdly to promote sustainable tourism.
So that at least people don't have to drive all the way to go to Nairobi to Uhuru Park. We can have our Uhuru Park in every county. The young generation, the Gen Z needs more space. Old people need such places, you know. During the weekends or the weekdays, you will see those old people walking here, listening to birds, collecting the fruits.
Now, 84 graduates from different universities in East Africa have graduated from a 10-day digital skills training program, which was held in 7 of the East African Community member states, including Kenya, Rwanda, South Sudan, Burundi, Democratic Republic of Congo, that is DRC, Tanzania, and Uganda. The project focuses on building capacity, supporting innovation and entrepreneurship, and providing short-term training tailored to the digital transformation needs of the East African Community partner states. It also aims to equip young jobless graduates, university staff, and businesses with the critical digital skills needed to thrive in today's rapidly evolving digital landscape.
This opportunity to express our deepest gratitude to Strathmore University.
And we trained 3 types of people. One are the unemployed graduates. So why are we looking at the unemployed graduates? We want to give them some skills that they can actually be able to get possibly a job or start something. And as we know, with the emerging technologies, without digital skills, really you do not have a competitive edge.
We are focusing on small and medium industries. You know, just that is a cogwheel for industry in our own kind of settings. And so that was picked as a way of expansion.
So I think out of this program, out of the lessons learned of this pilot, then we'll have a more structured way of approaching it. Because some of the initial feedback we are getting is that some of them actually want more, especially the institutions who are looking at digitizations. On the skill set to do with data visualization, sometimes it requires some in-depth knowledge in an area of programming, for example.
I would advise anyone who is looking to study or rather to delve into data analysis to take up this course whenever an opportunity arises. It impacts you with the necessary skills and knowledge so that you can be able to apply them in data analysis world. For me, I think professionally it sets me apart and it gives me a competitive edge even in the labor market. Okay. Yes.
All right, the county government of Turkana has received a new boat worth 50 million Kenyan shillings from the national government that is expected to help in the security of Lake Turkana. Speaking during the handover of the boat, the city, who is the deputy director at Lake Turkana, said that many security incidents have been witnessed where many fishermen were killed while fishing in the area.
This boat, one, it will be used for monitoring and control and surveillance services. 2, it will be used to patrol the lake to enforce on all causes of illegalities in the lake. Then we also use it for rescue purposes. You realize we have a lot of drowning cases being reported in Lake Turkana. So this boat will be at the handy to be used for rescue services. This board will use it for licensing of fishermen, because most of our fishermen are on the islands. And on the islands, we need a boat before we reach them. So it will really help us to conduct licensing issues.
So that means it will serve Loyangalani or Marsabit County at large. It will serve Turkana County. It will serve Samburu County and the regions that border Ethiopia. This boat will do all the activities, patrol, support, rescue in Lake Turkana Kenyan water.
Boti hii ambayo naongelea kwa sasa maneno yake italeta manufaa makubwa kwetu kama jamii. Ya kwanza itakuwa ikiokoa maisha ya watu wetu. Wakati wa ajali tutaitisha msaada kwa wahusika ambao ni watu wa national government, watatusaidia kupata wale watu wakati wa maafa kama hayo yakipatikana.
Sports news brought to you